Blue eyeshadows can be tricky to use, and today I'm gonna show you how you can create this fresh makeup look. A lot of you liked this eye look in a previous video, so I decided to make this tutorial. I'm starting off with a primer by Catrice Cosmetics, then I continue with the Ordinary Full Coverage Foundation that I reviewed recently on my channel. And I'm blending the product with the new makeup sponge by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I love the design of this sponge. After that, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito Concealer to cover my dark circles and to highlight my face. When I think of something fresh, I can immediately imagine the blue sky and the sea. One of my favorite memories is when me and my husband went on a cruise and I was sitting on the balcony of our room watching in front of me the beautiful white sea and on top of it the clear blue sky. It was so dreamy and peaceful. As you can tell, I love cruises. And back from memory lane, I'm setting here the face makeup with the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. This one is a mini product and you can find it in different shades too. Now picking up the Essence Yellow Good Stuff bronzer. It has a light coconutty scent that reminds me of my favorite season of the year, summer of course. And I'm diffusing the bronzer on the cheekbones, near the hairline and on the jawline to define the bone structure. This bronzer has a matte finish and basically I'm using it like a contouring product. Following that, I'm taking the Fit Me blush by Maybelline in the shade 25 Pink to give some color to the cheeks. I'm also adding some on the bridge of the nose to give a sunburnt look. A fresh look of course needs some glow too, so I'm using here the Clio Prism Highlighter Duo in Cream Fizz. I'm taking the pinkier shade to highlight my cheekbones and you can instantly see the beautiful glow. I'm mixing the two shades together to highlight the tip and bridge of my nose. Time for my favorite part, the eye look. I'm using the e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow in the shade Chill Zone Relax, and this is gonna be the base on the inner eyelid for the blue shade. Light blue eyeshadows can pop on the eyes when you have applied the base underneath them. Let's continue with the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams eyeshadow palette. I'm starting off with this light brown shade and a fluffy brush. This is gonna be the transition shade with blue eyeshadows. You always need one. After that, I'm taking the darker brown shade with a smaller fluffy brush and I'm blending this in the outer eyelid and also in the crease. You can slowly build up the intensity of this shade so you can have softer edges. Then I'm going in the lightest shade of the palette with the same brush, and with this I'm lighting up the inner corner of my eyes. I'm doing this because I have slightly closed eyes and this is gonna create the illusion of distance between my eyes. Moving on to this light blue shade, and with a flat brush I'm pressing it on the inner eyelid. This is not my favorite brush for eyeshadows, but seriously all my brushes were dirty and this was the only clean one that I could use. Washing my brushes is my least favorite thing to do. It's so boring. Do you agree? Am I the only one? And here I'm blending the light blue shade on the lower part of the eye. I'm using a smudging brush to keep the shade in the inner part. Following that, I'm taking this darker blue shade and I'm pressing it on the outer third of my eyelid. I'm always applying a darker shade in this area so I can make my eyes look uplifted, and I chose this shade because it goes very well with the lighter shade on the eyelid. Now I'm taking the darkest shade of the palette with a smudging brush and I'm diffusing it on the outer lower eye. I'm also bringing this outwards and also in the outer crease of the eyes. To blend the previous shade even better, I'm going over the edges with the dark brown eyeshadow. This way I'm gonna be able to keep the dark blue shade closer to the eyelid. And what I'm trying to create is an ombre effect with the blue and brown eyeshadows. Up next, I'm going back to the light brown shade and I'm blending the edges of the lower eye to give a smoky effect. I'm adding this shiny eyeshadow in the inner corner of the eyes near the tear duct, and I'm also pressing some with my fingertip to make it more noticeable. It's very rare for me to not highlight my inner corner, it is like a ritual. Here I'm taking a Q-tip to clean the edges of the lower eye, and then I'm going over them with a clean brush to make them softer. Time for mascara. I'm using this one by e.l.f. Cosmetics and I'm coating the upper and lower lashes. I'm obsessed with testing new mascaras, and when I find a great one, I can't stop talking about it. On the lips, I'm applying a lip gloss by Pat McGrath in the shade Divine Rose. Another product that you can use is the Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Candy Shop. You can see here the lip swatches of the new Essence lip gloss, and I will see you in the next one.